Okay. Hi all.
Hi.
Okay. Before I start, anyone has ever used Power BI before and they want to explore or enhance their skills in Power BI, or is anyone everyone new to Power BI?
I work on like basic Power BI skills.
Basic means connecting to CSV or doing some
Yes,
visualizations.
I was just managing the dashboards, refreshing and all. So the development
Okay.
is somebody's done.
Okay, you were refreshing means in the service you were setting up the refresh or it was a manual refresh within the
It
Power
was a
BI system.
manual
Okay,
refresh on
okay.
daily basis.
Hmm. So development was done by someone and just the refresh task is yours in that.
Yes.
Okay. So you never did any data transformation within Power BI.
No, no.
Anyone else already used Power BI?
Yes, this is Mawsam. I have developed Power BI dashboards. Past.
Hmm. Okay. So it is using what's our CSV or database?
Directly connecting to database,
Okay. Which database, sir?
SSRS,
Hmm.
SQL database actually.
So what is your expectation out of this course? Like, because you have already done using database also, like what do you wanted to learn in Power BI course?
About to understand this end to end from scheduling, from developing to scheduling and everything.
Okay. So you want to improve your skills. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In this course, we will be connecting to multiple data sets. Okay. It will be from CSV to Excel to finally database also, PostgreSQL. Within PostgreSQL also, we will learn how what is direct query and import mode as well. Okay. And we will see the difference. What is the advantage of direct query and then import mode and such kind of things. And for the people who have never used Power BI, this course will start from very basic, from the point of installation of Power BI till the point of you learning advanced DAX skills also, how to make reports on your scratch. And this program, what we are conducting in our institute for Power BI, nothing will be on PPT. No, it's all direct Power BI, connect to the source, build the visualization. Okay. In this course, as you are seeing on the screen, there will be one, two, three, four, five, six different data sets being connected to Power BI, and then all those have very particular view. Actually, one is related to cricket, one is related to delivery app like a Swiggy or Zomato, and then one is related to some office supplies wherein they are selling office supplies products, and one is related to a company like Amazon or such kind of thing. And then basing on the data that we possess, how you will build a report. If you are doing cricket related data, then you will think like a data analytics perspective of a cricket person, like you are helping someone in the team knowing who is performing better, who is not performing better, such kind of things. And if you are working on a data related to office supplies, I have in that data I have something like a sales rep selling the products of that company, and basing on that we will derive, okay, what is the sale of the product, which product is being sold the most, which rep is selling that, and what is the rank of the sales rep, which team is performing better, all those things. And if you go to a product company where it is selling across Europe like an Amazon, what are the products that they are selling, which region they are making the most, all those things. And if delivery app, obviously we will figure out, okay, like which we have data related to male and female, and then their profession. Basing on that, we will derive analytics like what is the number of orders that they are placing, what is the price of orders that they are placing, all that. Basing on that, we will build a report. So it is across like a sales report, a data of female male report, and cricket report, something like that, so that it is diverse. So people understand how to build the reports. Okay. Any questions here?
No, Srinivas. Thank you.
Okay. Actually, my name is Abhishek, and that was a name set up for the login.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
my name
Yeah.
is Abhishek. No, no problem. That is a mistake. My name is Abhishek, and I have total of 12 years of experience. I've been I've been working on purely data from at least like 8 9 years. Everyday job is like go play with data, then make some meaningful insights of it. That has been my job.
Right.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'll open the files as well. In this demo today, I'll show you what all kind of reports will be there. Basing on that, and then what all I'll going to teach you in DAX. What is data transformation? What is the report view? What all I will teach you, I will show you that. So basing on this, you can ask me questions, and later on you can decide whether you want to continue with Power BI course or not. That is up to you. Okay. So the first report that you
Sure.
would be learning is related to cricket data. Okay. Most probably majority will be Indians only. So if someone doesn't know what is cricket, you can ask me. But a popular sport. So I have taken 2023 World Cup data, which was played in India itself. Okay, and I have data within 3 different files. Okay, first we will start with files only. So I have data within files. Okay, 3 different files. One is deliveries.csv file, one is matches file, one is points table file. Okay, in this deliveries file, I'm having ball by ball what has been the status of a match. Okay, first ball, first match, it was between England New Zealand, and then who was on strike, who was non-striker, and then who was the bowler, how many runs have been scored on first ball. Similar way, second ball, he scored a 6. If you see, runs of bat is 6. Similar way, I'm having wide snowballs, all those data. This is pure raw data of that tournament. Like every ball, what has been scored. Okay. Suppose you see, then it is around 6.4 over again. Bairstow is on strike. He did not score anything here. If you see, he scored a 4. Okay. The match was played in Narendra Modi Stadium on which date? Okay. I think this is a no ball. Yeah, that is a wide. Right. So like this, I have pure raw data wherein I am having ball by ball data, but I don't have any complete score, like how much Virat Kohli scored, how much Bairstow scored, or how much Rohit Sharma scored. I don't have any details of such. From this raw data, how are we going to derive a situation where I know in this tournament that Virat scored 765 runs. Rohit was the second top scorer, 597 runs. Similar way, Mohammad Shami was the top bowler, taking 25 wickets. Okay, how are we going to arrive at a situation where like how many total runs, sixes, fours, wickets, all these things, what you see on the screen, and then I will show you the other pages as well. So from this raw data set, how are we going to transform and come here? You want to ask something? Okay, right. And then there is second sheet. In this sheet, I'm having the match number, where the venue is, and then who has won the toss, who was the player of the match, okay, and which team won by how many runs. See, winner of the match is New Zealand, and how many runs or how many wickets did they win by. Okay, if you see here, it was between Delhi and Australia. It was played in Delhi, and it is Australia and Netherlands match. If you see, they won by 309 runs. Okay, man of the match was Glenn Maxwell. Okay, from this data set again, how am I going to derive some meaningful insight? Similar way, there is a points table, very simple one. Okay, ranking of a team, which team, how many matches they have played, how many matches they have won, how many matches they have lost, and what are the total points. End of the day, what is their net run rate also, positive or negative. So from these three raw data sets, we are going to make some dashboard which is interactive, basing on each visual. If you see, when I click on Virat Kohli here, I will know he has scored 765 runs. He has scored 9 sixes in this tournament, 68 fours, and then he has got dismissed 8 times. And that too, he has got dismissed like for Sri Lankan bowler, and then David Willey from England, Hasan Ali from Pakistan. So it will show me Hazelwood from Australia, like Virat Kohli dismissed by which bowler. And similar way, if I click on Mohammad Shami, I will know Daryl Mitchell got dismissed to Mohammad Shami. He scored 55 runs in that match. Rachin Ravindra, Travis Head. Like I will know who is the batsman that Mohammad Shami has dismissed also. Okay. And similar way, if I click on Rohit Sharma, you see he has scored 597 runs, 31 sixes, 66 fours. He has got dismissed 11 times. Okay. From this data set that I was showing, okay, 3 different data sets. How did we connect into Power BI? First question. Once we connected into Power BI, how did we create the formulas? Okay. So how did we create the formulas? Okay. So that I can calculate the number of sixes and number of fours and total runs of a batsman. Because that data is not readily available. But all those, how did I create? Did I use a measure or did I use a transformation column? Okay. Or a calculated column. Where did I do? Did I do it in transform data or is it in the table view? Okay. And any questions until now?
No.
Okay. And similar way, this is very straightforward. If I click on India, at the bottom, it will show me only India details. This is cross highlighting. Okay, Netherlands, it will show me only Netherlands data. If you see, these three are correlated, Netherlands here, and Netherlands run rate here. And how did I get a color difference between the columns? Like a positive one is having a green and the negative run rate is having a red. Okay, how did we create all this? And the formatting here is a very straightforward formatting, no, not the fancy ones that you see in YouTube. So in this course, it is more about learning how to make the data in a better presentable format, not like a fancy visualization, but you will focus more on data transformation. What are the different ways of transforming data? How can I create calculated fields, calculated columns, and I'll teach you around 100 DAX measures. All those, it is about data transformation, and finally how you make meaningful insights of it rather than showing, okay, I made a colorful dashboard. No, that is not the perspective. That is all available over the YouTube and you can easily pull it off. Making a visualization colorful is not a difficult task, but drawing some meaningful insights of it, making a calculated complex calculations, that is what you will be learning in this course. That is what is important as well in your work environment, because data is always bad. From that data, how better we transform and make meaningful insights is important. Okay, I think, okay, right. Could you please send the data set? Yeah, the data set will be shared with you once you register for the course. This is all uploaded into Drive, and from there you will be able to pick the data source and play. And daily I will be teaching through the course and you can observe what I'm teaching and then practice the same and come back. If you have questions, you can ask me daily. If not, you feel you can do a little better than me also, you can try. If you fail somewhere, you can ask me. Okay, that is also a thing. Okay, right now in this visualization, there is something called as report view. There is something called as table view. And then there is called as something called as model view. Okay, how the connections are made, what is one-to-one connection, what is one-to-many connection, okay, many-to-many connection, and you will learn about joins also. Okay, the cardinality that I was speaking about, many-to-one, one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, all this will be taught to you. Okay, and then SQL joins always so will be taught to you, like left join, full join, right join, inner join. That also will be explained to you if you have never been exposed to join concept. That will also be explained to you. The data sets are available with me. Okay. And on top of that, I have prepared the reports that I am giving demo today. But in the class, once we join the start the sessions, what we'll do is all the data sets will be uploaded into Drive and that drive will be shared with you guys. And in every class, I'm going to build the report. It is not that I'm showing, okay, this is the report, it is there. No, I will create each and every column for all these data sets, and I'll show you how to create also. So it is a hands-on session. I hope I answered your question, Avinash. And then,
Abhishek, I have a question. So I'm very new to this Power BI and all stuff. So in real time, from where do we get these data sets? I mean, which team do
good question. Oh,
provide?
okay. I thought you were asking about the course. Okay. You're working in some org, sir.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
don't
yes.
disclose the name. Yeah, right. So you are not into data analytics or something else that sort.
No,
Okay.
I'm actually a DevOps.
Okay. So generally, for a Power BI developer or a data analytics person, how data science or something, if you are working in any team, how will it be, no, sir? You get data from any suppose product team, sales team, or some revenue team, or some expense team, basing on your orgs, like what are they working on. So that data, you're once you are allocated to any project, they'll tell you, okay, you are going to work on this project, suppose some sales related project, and then they'll tell you, I want to know across regions, where are we performing better? That will be the question. That's it. That is the statement that they'll ask you. And now your job, okay, depends on the level. You are at a senior level or at a junior level. Your job is to understand. First question is, where is the data? Then that team, they will tell you, okay, the data can be this particular team provides your data. Okay, some systems team will be there, some data team will be there, that particular team will provide you data. Then the next question will be, is it a file or is it connected to DB tables? So again, you will get your answer. And once you get to know the source, how will you build your report to that question? Which region I'm performing better? Can you put up some dashboard? That is what will be your question. So looking at your data set will not be ready. It will not tell you, okay, this region, east region, west region, I'm making some particular number. No, it will be pure raw form. They'll be telling you, okay, what are the products being sold across the regions. You will have data and then some segment, sub segment, something of that sort. And then basing on that, you have to write your formulas, transform your data, and finally make a visualization where you tell, okay, this particular region I'm making a better sale, this particular region I'm making a bad sale. There is a particular report of such sort which I'll show you. But did I answer your question?
Definitely, sir. I understood now. Thank you.
Okay, right. Right. So
One more thing, as you have mentioned that there are different data sources.
hmm,
So all the projects which you are going to cover here, all these are you are just taking data from that .csv files
no,
or real time from the database or Delta Lakes where you are just exposing the data and all.
I'll show you CSV, I'll show you Excel, then I'll show you PostgreSQL database also. How to connect to tables. That too in tables, I'll show you what is direct query method, what is import method. Okay, three different sources I'll cover so that you will be in a situation where you can handle all the things in office. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Then once we get to this data, okay, then there is something called maps here. Okay, I told you that these teams are playing in different venue, right? So I'm having Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Dharamshala, Delhi. All this raw data is available with me. And then I told you that which team is winning by how many runs, how many wickets, who was man of the match, right? So basing on this, if you see, we have two different maps in Power BI. One is the globe map and the other one is field map. Okay. So now the left hand side one is the map, normal map, globe map, and the right hand side is the field map. So if you see here, I want to know how many matches have been played in Hyderabad. I can click on it and then it will show me Hyderabad matches. In Hyderabad matches, India did not play a single match over here. So it was between Pakistan, Netherlands, New Zealand, Netherlands, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and which team have won, how many wickets they have won by, or who was the player of the match. Okay, which stadium it was played at, and what are the match IDs. Similar way, you want to see in Ahmedabad, Mumbai. Okay, this is Ahmedabad, Narendra Modi Stadium, and who was the winner, how many runs they have won by, all these things. So this is also a good visual. Like I can go and see in particularly Delhi, you see this were one-sided matches mostly, 309 runs, 102 runs, and then 8 wickets. So I can analyze more like which kind of stadium, what kind of stadium is Delhi going to be. Suppose I want to know on Bengal, Kolkata. So okay, again here India won by 243. Player of the match was Virat Kohli. So, but here if you see, this is a normal map and this is a field map. The difference you can easily see here. Okay, and then here how could I distinguish each and every dot? And if you see the size of the this dots are also different, like because Hyderabad had only 3 matches here, the circle is smaller. And here if you see this one, both are almost similar size because 5 matches were played in these two stadiums. Okay, right. Similar way, okay, I could see about the venue. I could see on the top like which batsman scored the highest runs. Okay, I could see which team is sitting at the top, what are the total runs, total wickets. But I want to know more statistics, okay, across teams, right? So who are the top 10 batsmen in this tournament? Okay, and then who are the top? Is this course covers the testing of Power BI report testing? Ah, this that. What do you mean by testing of Power BI, madam?
My sorry. So my main is to said you are telling that how to create the reports from the
Mm,
source data, correct?
mm.
So my question is that are we covering the scenarios of testing the reports also that like validating the data that correct data is coming from source?
Uh, Power BI report, once you publish, it will be about the end users consuming the data, madam.
Mm-hmm.
So over there, you will get to see, okay, the testing we will not teach, madam, but it is more of how from a raw form you make a meaningful insight. And mainly in Power BI, testing roles will be rarely present, madam. It's all about development and maintenance only.
That is fine, but there is a role of testers also.
But
Yes. BI tester. I'm also working as BI tester only.
correct. But what is the testing that you do over there
The
in Power BI?
validation, the data which we
Data
are getting
validation.
from,
So
yeah,
it is about data validation more than Power BI testing.
yes,
Correct.
yes, yeah,
So it is all you are how you are checking how what was your original data set and what is the final result. Suppose I'm saying Virat Kohli scored 765 runs. How will I figure out whether it is true or false? Correct. So it is through the data set only. But I'm not going to teach you, okay, in Excel, I will put a filter of, okay, 765 runs are there. Here also 765 runs are showing. No, that is not this course. This course is about the original data set. We get that data set, transform, make some meaningful insights of it. But once I publish how to verify the data, I'm not going to teach you. It is not about testing here. Okay.
Okay. So it's about the creating
Development
the
mode.
inside development mode. It is not for tester.
No.
Okay.
It is
Thank you.
development and maintenance. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar way. Yeah.
So are we going to cover the deployment as well?
Yes. So I will show you how to create a workspace, and within that workspace, how are we going to publish the reports? Once we publish the reports, how many workspaces can you create? And then over there, what is the limitation of Power BI size? Should I buy a premium license or should I go with a pro license? And there is something called as Fabric nowadays. What is the difference between all those? How can you maintain your reports and how many times can you automate your report in a pro license and premium license? All that will be spoken about.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, right. And then how many player of the match awards were won by each player? So if you see the most popular here, it is Virat Kohli, highest score, but he has won only two times player of the match award. But Mohammad Shami, he got 3 times player of the match award. And then if I click on Mohammad Shami here, how the data is getting visually changed here at the bottom. Okay, how did I make this charts over here? And similar way, if I go click Virat Kohli at the bottom also, this is a column chart. Here it is a table. And similar way for Mohammed Shami also have drawn different charts here. This is a percentage chart. This is a column chart. What's the difference between these two? So if I click on 7 here, he has dismissed the batsman 28% of the times, bold for. And if I click on 15 here, he has dismissed the batsman 15 times, I mean 60% of the time, caught for. And what are the other forms of dismissal that he has made? So that if I am a coach of Australia, I'll be discussing with my players, okay, this bowler, he will most probably get you caught behind the wicket or a bold. The other options are pretty less. But similar way, if it was Gautam Gambhir, India's coach, he will speak with our players that Adam Zampa, they will definitely know, but some junior player, he will tell you Adam Zampa will get you most of the times caught or LBW. Okay. But he will rarely get a batsman dismissed in the form of bold because he is a spinner. So all this provides you the statistics. And how did I comment? How did I put up this chart? What is the difference between percentage chart? What is the column chart? And then this is again a column chart. What is the difference between all of these charts? And then how did I calculate this runs of bat column? Okay. And then similar way, the statistics. How could I get only top 10 batsmen, top 10 bowlers, and then only the top 10 player of the match award players? Okay. How could I arrive at all of these? Any questions? Okay. And
Yeah.
then finally,
In the
yes, sir.
yeah. Can you just
Go ahead.
come to the stack chart? So here in the vertical axis, y-axis is showing 0%, 50%, 100%.
Correct.
So can we do it like 0, 10, 20, 30, 40? Is it possible?
Okay, the axis change? No, in Power BI, actually, you don't have the option of making the step change. It automatically populates on the data. Why it is 0, 50, and 100 here? It is a 100% chart. That is why you are having a 0, 50, 100 basing on your data set that you have put. It automatically populates the y-axis for us. That's a limitation in Power BI that you can't put a 0, 10, 20, 30 like that. I get your question. That is a valid one. But what this graph denotes is it is easy. Okay. 20 out of 25 wickets, it's showing very clearly 60% is caught. So that is why even if you're having a sale in a particular region, a product is being sold across, like you are having 5 different products. When you use this percentage chart, you will easily know among those five products in that region, which product is being sold the most. Easily distinguishable without calculating, you have the percentage on your screen.
Can you hover in the second stack chart, the second chart? Yeah.
This one. Hmm.
No, just the right side. In the right side, the second bar.
Right side second bar here. Okay.
Yeah, in the bottom section of this bar. Okay. Okay. Fine. We can't change it or round it, right?
Rounding weekend that will be shown.
Okay. Okay.
Round. See, you can play with values. That is not a big thing.
Okay.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Deepthi.
Sir, in this course, will you explain for which kind of data we can use the type of visualizations?
Can you ask me again, madam? Your voice is pretty low.
Okay. Now, is it fine?
Yeah, now it is fine.
In this course, will you explain us for which kind of data we can use which type of visualizations?
Yeah. Yeah. I see here in this course, as I told you, from a developer's perspective, I'll show you. If you see here, you're having almost different charts. I'll cover everything, including Python also, but I don't know R. I've never used R, so I'll not teach you R visualization here. I'll teach you everything until here, from here to here, and then Python. Again, I'll teach you new slicer card, new filter card, and then there is something called as Q&A. Okay, almost 90% of the visualizations I'll teach you. Okay, and which chart is more useful based on the data, I'll tell you. Okay. And other than that also, how to use Python within Power BI, I will give you a gist. If you are registering for a data analytics course, that is a different part. But I'll tell you how to use Python Visual also, and with Python Visual also how a Python Visual graphs can also be drawn using Matplotlib module. That will also be shown in this session. Okay.
So all the DAX functions will be explained and along with the modeling part.
So
Um,
because you have brought up
and
that question of DAX, here in DAX also, what I've done is I have written around more than 100 formulas basing on our data sets and particular scenario. So I've segregated that into low complexity, medium complexity, and then the higher complexity. Okay. And I'll teach you all these formulas line by line, like what this particular formula does, how to write this formula, everything I will show in this course. That is the unique point about this course. I'll teach you around more than 100 DAX formulas basing on the data set.
that's
Okay.
great. And will you explain us about at the time of loading to the data sets and all from the query or through a schema? Will you provide us how to take access to the particular schema in order to load or to create a new
Yes, I will tell you about
that's all
PostgreSQL.
right?
PostgreSQL software I'll make you install in your machine. And then I'll not teach you about Postgres, but I'll teach you how to connect through schema. What are
Ah,
the details that are required within Power BI? I'll teach you that. It depends. Our org, we work on Snowflake. Might be your org is working on Oracle product. But once you
ah,
learn a particular database, it's all same. You just need to provide the details over there and it will automatically connect. Once you connect, how the data looks and how you can transform. And in a direct query, what are the reports, what are the pages that are available to you? And in a import mode, what are the pages that are available to you? How you can use and create visualization. That all will be taught in this session.
generally, sir, if you connect to the database, that is fine, but there will be multiple schemas to load the tables, right? There will be huge set of
Correct.
tables in particular schema. So,
Correct.
but for the particular schemas, we might not have access to.
Correct.
So,
If you don't have the
we
access,
have
madam,
to.
it is all about the database team, system admin team
Okay.
or the database
Okay.
admin
We
team.
have to create our own schema and have to load the tables or something.
No, no, no. The raw data set, they should only provide you the access. Once they give you the access, if you are
Mhm.
registering for a database data analytics course, which we will have a demo tomorrow,
Okay.
in that course, we will tell you how to transform the data and create separate views or separate tables for you. And then that final table view, if you want to do all the transformation in SQL
That
only,
can be
then
loaded.
you can connect directly to Power BI from there.
Oh,
Good
Okay,
question.
are we going to cover data flow as well?
No, sir. In Power BI, it is only Power BI, sir. But in data analytics course, we will teach you Python, we will teach you SQL, and then we will teach you Power BI. Three different over
No,
there.
but I am talking about data flow. It's a Power BI service.
No, no, I'm not going to teach you that. No,
Okay.
it's not there. Right. Okay. Then finally, I want to know the stats across teams. Okay. And this is a matrix visual. If you see here, I'm taking a matrix visual, and basing on that, I'm dragging the data so that I will know which player from which team, which bowler from which team has played and performed well. And suppose you see in India, it was second best bowler was Bumrah and third is Jadeja. Similar way, I want to see in Australia who was the top performer. It is David Warner. So from that raw data set, which I have shown you, these three data sets, how we could transform the data, and then finally how we could get this visualization. Okay, clear? Let me move to other visual because this is just a demo. I'm just showing you, but everything will be taught to you. Don't worry about that. Let me close this. Let me pull office supplies. If someone is very new to Power BI, don't, because the questions are a little advanced, like connecting to database, returning out there, transforming. Don't get out that okay, this is going to be a difficult course. No, no, we will teach from scratch. By the end of this course, you will also feel confident that I can do all those things. So we will go from a scratch to a level of advanced, and then you will learn everything. Don't be bothered about that. Okay, Power BI will take me around 23, 24 hours, sir.
So I just have a one question here. How impactful is this tool is from a business analyst standpoint?
This is very impactful tool, madam. Okay, if you want, nowadays, one thing, everywhere it is Power BI. Why? Because it is from Microsoft. And its competitor is Tableau, correct? Tableau at its prime. But nowadays everything is on Power BI only, and then all the insights across the org, the reports are maintained in Power BI only. And the future is going to be majorly Power BI because Microsoft has ChatGPT, and yeah, they will integrate a lot of AI. Already they are doing that within Power BI in premium license. And if you would have heard about Fabric, that is a end-to-end solution from Microsoft itself, where you can do Databricks, you can do visualization using Power BI, and then you can do real-time intelligence of AI within Microsoft products only. So yeah, its importance is going to grow. Did I answer your question, or you had
Yep,
any
yep,
other?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm opening this file. Ah, this batch is good actually. In the demo, I'm getting a lot of questions. Okay, so because I am consuming a lot of time on the question and answer, as I told you, I'll teach you a lot of DAX as well. DAX only takes you around 3-4 hours if you guys don't ask me much questions. If you ask me questions, it'll extend until 5-6 hours also sometimes. So everything will be answered, but how to write DAX, that is the major difficulty a lot of people face. And then the raw data set, always it doesn't possess anything, right? It just has, okay, a particular order date, what is the order ID, which region, who is the rep, what is the item that is being sold, how many units he's selling, what is the unit price. Okay, only these 5 columns were present, and rest all columns are calculated here. These are calculated columns. If I click on this, you see this is a calculated column. Just give me a moment. Okay, sales before discount. Okay, from transformation view. Okay, from table view. Right, similar way, if you see, these are measures. This, if, how do I notice this is a calculated column? If you see, this is showing like an Excel sheet, and on top of it, it is showing a sigma symbol. That means it is a calculated column. This one, it is from transform data. I'll show you that. Do you have any data set in horizontal, not in a column? I'll show you how to pivot the data also, sir. From rows to columns, columns to rows. That will also be done in one of the file that we are going to transform. And then here, how do I create columns? Okay. And then within this transform data view, you will learn about removing columns, adding columns, splitting the data, transforming your data, and then even in add column, I'll show you column from example, custom column, and then here in transform, I'll show you even running Python scripts, and then transforming data using unpivot columns, pivot columns, okay, fill columns, what all almost 60-70% of the buttons within transform data also will be taught to you. And then, as I told you, we will be learning data transformation using table view also. How can I create calculated columns using table view? If you see this column here, it is unit into unit price. Directly I can write formula. What is the advantage of using calculated columns or creating columns using transform data? Which one is better? Which one is more advantage? And then here custom column from example, even though you don't know any coding, you can directly play with it and generate a column. How to do that also will be taught to you. Okay. And then once we create columns using transform data, calculated columns in table view, similar way, if you see, I have created a lot of tables here. To generate this particular view here, like across region, what is the sale, across category, what is the sale, promotion, who are the top 5 managers, performer, better performers, and then ranking of each individual resource. And then finally, once I go right click on this, how to enable drill throughs. Okay, once I enable drill throughs, now if you see, I want to see across rep, what is the sale value. You see, basing on my selection of the rep, what is the sale value? It is populating a graph on the top, and at the bottom, I'm getting a table. Instead of a rep, I want to see region. How can I dynamically do it? What is this? What is this field parameter? Where it is available? It is available in new parameter. In modeling new parameter, again, I'll show you what is numeric range parameter, what is field parameter. Okay. And then this is more like useful rather than a static graph where you have across region what is the values. You can choose your product. Suppose I want to see across product. Okay, what all products are being sold and what is the sale after discount, or I want to see discount value. Okay, or I select item and I will see across, like units is in light blue color, pink color is sales before discount, purple color is sales after discount. How did I generate this graph? Okay, and okay, I could generate this graph, but how much of time or investment that to invest in creating this measures? If you see, these all calculator symbol ones are measures. If you see here, for calculating a cost of delivery also, I have used 5 different methods. Like this is one of the method. Then you see there is another method, switch method. And then there is using if conditions. And then there is using switch method again, but in a different style. And then I'll teach you what is all exclude, all selected, all those things, so that you will understand how to transform the data better and how to use measures also. Okay. And finally, even in the model view, if you see here, I'm showing you how to get the data connected in a different, from multiple tables into a single point so that all your data is correlative. Okay. How did I do this? The mapping between multiple tables. Any questions here? No. But for creating these two views only, I had to create a lot of columns. I had to invest a lot of time. And then how to create summarized tables. Okay. How to provide access. Suppose you are providing access based on region. How to provide to only north people, south region access. How to provide only east region access, west region access. What is dynamic row level security? What is static row level security? All those will be taught in this course. Yes, madam.
In the modeling part, will you explain the type of modeling or the general R and R2R modeling only will be explained?
Madam, your voice is not clear. I
In
think
the
you're
modeling
holding.
part,
Yeah.
hello?
Yeah. Tell me
In the
your.
modeling part, will you be explaining the types of modeling or only R2R modeling? With the
Can you?
cardinalities and all that.
What do you mean? You asked me 2 different methods of modeling, but I am not understanding
Yes.
what you're asking. Your
In
voice is
modeling,
not.
how many types of modeling will be
Ah,
explained in this
correct.
course?
Correct.
That is just R2R modeling, right? So
Yes.
other types of modelings also will be covered in this course.
When you mean by different types of modeling, what is that you're expecting? Might be the naming convention that is different between you and me.
Just now I just saw that R2R modeling, right?
Hmm.
So there are other types of modelings also, right?
Correct, madam. But what is that naming convention that you are expecting? Like,
Uh,
see, it's all about, for
hmm,
me, okay, why do you want to distinguish between a modeling? It's all about, I get data from multiple sources, and then I finally bring all the data together using the model view within Power BI. Okay, because in Power BI, that is what is the option. Once I connect to all my different data sources, I get all the data view. I join basing on different columns. I understand the concept of SQL, and then I understand the concept of cardinality. I get the data together. Once I get the data together, my job is almost there, right? And if I need a few measures, I'm going to create that measures. And finally, within the visualizations that are present within Power BI, I'm going to make a visualization. So what kind of modeling are you doing? It wouldn't cost you much, but how are you going to get the data into a meaningful insight is what is there. Because once you start in any project, if you are working in Power BI or data analytics, they'll not tell you do this. They'll tell you the question like, okay, if you see this data set only across region, across product, which region is giving me more sale, right? Or which given region is giving me more revenue, right? It's all about how you are drawing insights of it. But what is the difficulty or the level of transformations that I had to do? I had to create over 100 measures, right? That is what I'm going to teach you, right?
okay, sir.
Right. That's what I'm again saying. It's from a layman who has never seen a visualization report like Power BI or Tableau to the advanced level of writing DAX and creating visualizations and even using Python samples also. So that is what you are going to learn in this course. And all my students who have never done any programming or who have never done any Power BI reporting, by the end of this course, they were able to do reports on their own, and that too advanced level only. So that much of confidence that I have in my teaching and even in my resources that they are good. You can easily pick up things. Okay. Right. Okay. As I told you, this is something related to Amazing Mart. Something you understand. This is kind of an Amazon being sold in across Europe region. And then this is a Q&A visual. Okay. Here, this one. Just a moment. This is a Q&A visual here. How it is automatically populating all those things. Suppose I choose Austria. You see automatically Austria region data. Suppose I see France and Germany. And now again, automatically this also generates. And you will be taught difference between what is a slicer and then what is a filter. Within a filter also, you will have filter on this page, filter on all pages, filter on this particular visual. You will have three different filters. Whether should I use a slicer, should I use a filter? Okay, everything will be taught. And then what is sync slicers also. Across the page, I want to use slicers. How is that going to impact? That is also taught in this course. Okay, and then these are, suppose you see across category, and then this is a column chart, this is a percentage chart, this is a metrics visual, this is a table, and sales summary if I go into. Okay, again, this is a field parameter. Should I go for this static charts, or should I choose a field parameter basing on, suppose I want to see across state, and then what is the profit? I switch my parameter and accordingly I switch my value parameter. You see, this is providing me sales and it is changing across the graph. Suppose I want to see only discount values. Okay, I want to see the quantity that is being sold. Okay, suppose I want to see across region, across country. Okay, and then suppose I want to see across product. I want to see across category. Which category is making the most sales for me? It is technology, obviously. Okay, and then here this is a latitude longitude graph. Okay, again this is also a graph only, but how to use a latitude longitude graph? Suppose I click on any particular region here, only that region dataset will be highlighted. Okay, suppose I'm choosing France here. You see, only France data. Or I go select location here, Austria. It will choose me only Austria. Or any other regions that I'm going to choose, it will highlight me only that. How to use latitude, longitude. Okay, and then automatically this Q&A chart will modify basing on selections, and in this Q&A chart also how to pass in the parameters, custom parameters that you want to take. Yeah, all those will be taught to you. Any questions here? No.
No.
Okay, awesome. Then let me close this. Okay, World Cup direct query union merge Python sample. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay, I removed Python off. Okay, I uninstalled Python, but how to draw using Python? Okay, if you see this is a matplotlib, this is Seaborn, and then how to draw a violin chart. Okay, and then how to install Python so that this is enabled. That will also be shown, and then within transform data also. How to run a Python script. If you see here, a raw data set is connected. Okay, from this raw data set, how did I choose different columns? And then how did I run a Python script? I have uninstalled Python, that's why it is not showing. But how to run a Python script using pandas within Power BI. Power BI supports pandas. And then how to choose the columns, how to create a calculated columns. I've created a sample of calculated columns using pandas. And then once you create a Python script, what is your required sample of data? Okay, that's just throwing the Python error. I just need to install Python. And then once you create this, how to make graphs using Python. If you see here, I have used matplotlib, okay, across region and sale. And similar way, this graph is also again matplotlib and Seaborn. How to install these modules. And then I have one more, I guess, this one. Pair plot. This is using Seaborn, and one more should be there. This is a little difficult. Here you see I'm using pandas, Seaborn, matplotlib, numpy, and how to draw a graph. Okay, density chart. 4 different charts of Python I will show. But right now the Python is uninstalled. That's why it is throwing the error. Any questions here? Anyone? No? Okay. On the whole, what you will be learning in this course is You will learn Power BI from basic to advanced. I'll teach you almost 90% of already available visuals in Python. Then visuals in Power BI. Then I'll teach you a few Python visuals. I'll show you connecting using database that is PostgreSQL. And then I'll teach you DAX. Then I will teach you calculated columns using table view and transform data, how to transform your data, and then even in DAX also more than 100. All this will be taught to you. By the end of this course, you will have confidence or a feeling that I can do any project of Power BI. That much is sure. If you have any question, ask me.
What will be the duration, Abhishek?
I'll take somewhere around 24 hours, sir. The course is from Monday to Friday, India time, morning 7 a.m.
Yes, 7 to
7 to 8. Yeah.
daily 1 hour. Okay.
Daily 1 hour, only Monday to Friday.
Okay. Got it.
Yes, to Avinash's comment. Yes, sir. As I told you, this is like, I'll assume everyone doesn't know anything about Power BI, and that is what I'll go through. So it is not like I assume that you already know this particular object and I build on that. It's like everyone doesn't know any object, and then basing on that only I'll teach. Any other questions? If anyone else is also interested in some Python and SQL, you want to learn that also. Tomorrow there will be a data analytics course demo. You can join that if you feel, and then you can take a decision. Should I join Power BI or data analytics? It's up to you. Now you can just ping in that WhatsApp group, madam, where you are added. They will guide you to that group. Okay. Any other questions? No?
One last question. When will this course will start? The Power BI?
Day after tomorrow, sir. Tomorrow I will have a demo of data analytics, and then immediately I'll join. It will start with Power BI day after tomorrow.
Okay, day after tomorrow. Okay, sir. Noted. Thank you.
What's the time? India time 7 to 8 a.m. In Power BI, I'll teach you only Power BI. In data analytics, I'll teach you SQL, Python, and Power BI. Power BI is same. Here and there, Power BI will be same. Because both of you will be sitting together in the same group.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to show us how to create gateway and stuff when you publish?
Good question, sir. I can cover that topic when I'll show you how to publish into service, and once you publish into service, how to set up a gateway that is already there in Microsoft.
Yeah,
I will tell you that.
Yeah, the personal. Yeah, gotcha. And then one more thing: are you gonna touch base on what they call those? Yeah, that one. I forgot what it's called.
Or you can
bookmark.
Yeah, bookmarks I will show, sir. That is very easy. I'll cover. There is a delivery app report because of time I could not show you that report, but there is a delivery app report. In this, I'll create a bookmark. I'll create a proper report.
Sync all the slicers and stuff.
Yes, yes. Sync, slicer, filter, all those, whatever the features that Power BI has, which are very useful. I'll show you all those.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I use a lot of those when I create my Power BI report.
Okay.
Here in my work, so that was pretty cool. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Course duration for Power BI SQL Python. Power BI SQL Python will take you at least 47 to 50 hours.
But that's a separate class.
That is a data analytics course, because I just got a question. I answered that. Power BI will take you 24 to 25 hours.
So you think those two classes go simultaneously or
Power
same
BI,
time, or?
Both the batches they'll be in the same group, sir. Once Power BI is finished, that data analytics batch I'll continue with Python and SQL.
With different, are you teaching it or different stuff?
It is me for data analytics and Power BI. It is me.
Oh, on the data analytics. So you're teaching all the Python, but you're not
Yeah.
teaching the machine learning and R and
No,
stuff,
no,
right?
no. For
Okay.
45 hours, it will take, if you take out Saturday, Sunday, it will take you 3 months at least. So data science is, it will take a lot of time, and even the students require a lot of patience. At least it will take 6 months or something.
Okay. So you're not teaching artificial intelligence, just the data
No,
science
no.
of the Python part. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to the
They have a
that
separate course actually
separate class. Yeah,
for
in May, yeah, in mid-May they were saying they
yeah, yeah.
open mid-May, so I was like, okay.
Data science and AI they are planning to, but I don't have time. That's the problem with me.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah,
So
the main interest for me was to learn advanced DAX. So I think you were covering a lot of advanced
I'll
DAX, which is pretty nice.
I'll
Yeah.
cover that. Yes. So
All
to
right.
your
Thank you very
question,
much.
this bookmarking and clicking on
Yeah.
buttons, you will get it in this visual.
Yeah,
So
those are pretty easy. I'm more like writing the DAX,
yeah, good.
the advanced one. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Will this course is suitable for beginners? No, madam, you don't need any prior expertise because one particular person, she was having a 10-year gap in her career after engineering. Still, she was able to pick up Python easily. So it all depends on candidates' patience and even how much actively they are following my course. They go back and practice. Yeah, it all depends on us only, right? Okay. Final, any
I have
questions?
a last one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So on the data science and the Python, are you gonna teach all the libraries, everything?
Okay, okay, I should correct you. Instead of data science, let's call it data analytics, because in data analytics, I'll teach you Python from basic scratch of defining a is equal to 1 as a variable to the level of OOPS concept, which is object oriented programming. In that, I'll be teaching you all the concepts of OOPS, like inheritance, polymorphism, multi-input inheritance, all that. And then I'll teach you generator, iterator, all those stuff. And then finally, I'll switch it into pandas. That is a very useful module for data analytics. Until that, I'll teach you in Python. And then in SQL, I'll teach you how to read from a database to creating a views, custom views. And even in that custom views, I'll teach you, what do you call this? Okay, I forgot the name. A little, not the full advanced level of SQL, a middle level, like, okay, from very basic to the middle level of SQL that is required
like
for you guys.
I got it.
Beyond a little select, create also I will show you.
Okay, good. Okay.
And then Power BI is same for you and them. It is common.
Yeah, I mean, because then you can write on the, like if you want to
You
import
can
query,
retrieve your own data and then directly write your
exactly.
query transformations in database. So it is easy for you.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thank you.
Okay. If no further questions, hope to see you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Sir, it was nice presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Abhishek.
Bye bye.